The longitude and latitude lines make up the grid of the world, in which plateaus, mountains, forests, coastlines, and lakes stretch away, gazing at us as the eyes of nature. Everything in the world is so wonderful. Different environments foster different worldly wisdom, and each place has its own distinctive products and industries. The craft that these locals rely on to survive has been integrated into their culture and history, preserving the gift of nature. I firmly believe that the best cashmere materials are available somewhere, and so are people with the right skills. In order to achieve what I want, from 2017 to 2020, I have been to many places and done many things, just as the video shows right now. From China to Mongolia, boundless grassland and vast deserts, to countries, 8 provinces, 13 cashmere pastoral production areas, more than 50 herdsmen families. I lived with the herdsmen, listened to their stories, learned about the most traditional hand-woven cashmere craft, and searched for the fiber of best quality. Toured yarn exhibition, more than 10 manufacturers and sellers in the cashmere industry. I learned the modern textile technology and looked for the perfect and efficient production method. An internship experience in one of the world's top textile enterprises. I communicated with many well-known insiders to accumulate practical business experience and find the proper sales approach. It is often said that the more difficult to get, the more precious it is. But sometimes, unlike the Romeo and Juliet effect, it can also be that the difficulty of the process makes the result pure. I finally found what I want. March to May is the busiest time for herdsmen, when wool shearing begins in the most of the pastoral areas. During the winter, goats grow cashmere inside the heavy wool to protect them against coldness. The length and thickness of the cashmere fibers are determined by the types and the regional climate, which also determine their most appropriate use. The cashmere of lambs less than 1 year old from Otok, Inner Mongolia, is the softest and the most exquisite, compared with 250 grams per adult goat per year. Each lamb bears the kind of cashmere only once in its lifetime, which can only be taken 30 to 40 grams once. After shearing, a traditional tool is used to rake down the cashmere bit by bit, so as to get the best cashmere possible without guard hairs, and prevent the lambs from pain as well, with the most meticulous and traditional textile craft, without assembly line dyeing operation, to restore the beauty of life. Every cashmere fiber has a story behind it. Beauty of something not only lies in itself, you will find the effort behind it in earnestness. I have always believed that the clothing is always a semi-finished product, and only emotion can give it integrity. I have seen how much herdsmen attach importance to inheritance for generations. Goats were handed down from a grandfather to his son, and then to his grandson. Life is endless, but the deep reverence for nature will never change. They move on to the next destination in gratitude for nature's bounties, for sustainable pasture for the coming year, for the suckling lambs, and for a living. A family, a truck, or a motorbike stop and go. They sing songs, take their children by the hand, and drag their goats and sheep from pasture to pasture, searching for the best place to stay. The hard precise makes it worth for the warmth of kiss. Herdsmen often say that cashmere is a gift from nature, which warms people who wander around in the coldness. I have seen the old master passing on the craft, the national character, and the craftsman spirit. I have heard the rumbling of the factory, which is step forward of human beings in the industrial society. People are pursuing delicacy and efficiency, but we will never forget our tender feelings. I hope that what I put in my packaging of my products is not only soft and comfortable clothes, but also a gift of nature and warm feelings. Some places are fertile, while others are barren. Once injected into the wisdom and emotion of human beings, it can be turned into the secret of life. The cold winds of Siberia give the pastoral area a cold climate and endow it with a dignified temperament as well. The Asian Hada flutters in the wind, like the yarn has been spinning in the hands of herdsmen for thousands of years, holding the pendulum of history. The world is the history of man being nurtured by nature, and also the one of man changing himself. As we go along, we learn not only to make stuff, but to understand complex emotions. I hope that my product is the company in a long time, brewing the valuableness into worth, and sending out the aroma of memory. The most natural, the most precious, the most devoted, the most warm. Dear Morgen, the cashmere of nature.